love has walked through the door. It's actually 2 men walk through the door. There won't be a female guest on this show. There won't be mini skirts. No crotchless shots. It'll just be 2 bulges in a corner talking. And it's odd. These 2 dudes are life partners, but they're not gay. We'll get into it. I promise. It's the Yeah Come On Show. I'm Southside Steve. To my left, Brett Barney, my co-host. Across the way, the on again, off again, Tyler Maynard. We are brought to you by Oxygen Financial, where we are located right here in Alpharetta. Go to oxygenfinancial.net for all your money needs with Ted Jenkins. And special thanks to Circle 285 for all your insurance needs. Get a quote from them. You're probably paying too much. That's circle285.com. And I go to Brett right now. We have our come-oners. These are people that actually give a damn about the Yeah Come On Show, and they send you remarks, positive things, negative things.
I lied to you. I actually have 2. I told you I only had 1, but I'm going to make it a double. Is that okay?
Because you're being a dick. One of them's bad, isn't it? Just tell me.
No,
because I like it positive.
Bad for who? Bad for you? Bad for me?
No, I put up something. I can put up anything. I can put up a picture of me and my son eating a pretzel stick, and somebody's going to be like, oh, he likes oral fixation. He's probably going to be gay. I mean, people are negative. So I get upset sometimes with just the meanness. I want to feel the love. I don't mind a good ribbon, but the people, you want deep hate on this.
I do. I love the hate.
I don't know why you love hate, but you do. You're a tortured soul.
If you want to hate, hit us up on Twitter at the Yeah Come On Show, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, wherever. Those are the 4 that I read.
Yeah, feel free to vent.
If you're writing somewhere else, I'm not reading it. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. That's just a lot of reading.
Go ahead. Let's hear from one of the Yeah Come Oners, and then we'll move on to our guest, which this will be a trip. I'm looking at them knowing this is going to get weird. And I also have one complaint right off the bat with these 2. So go ahead.
Great show. My money on who is behind Divorce 2020 is Larry Wax. I don't know how Rocker said it. Wax?
Wax. Yeah. Larry wrote that. Matter of fact, when John Rocker wrote his book, Scars and Strikes, he literally called me and he goes, dude, should I misspell Larry's name in the book on the credits? I went, yes. So together we came up with Wax. Instead of an H, we gave him a K. And it made it look like he whacks off, which he does.
Which is funny that person wrote that in, because Divorce 2020 actually wrote another lovely comment for you.
All right, this is from somebody that taunts me on the Bailey and Southside show, and he calls himself Divorce 2020 because he feels like my wife and I are going to get divorced.
And I've been in personal touch with this guy. He wants to come on the show, but he's not sure. Well, he wants a Yeah Come On the show, and he may have to do it via phone. I'm trying to do in person as opposed to phone.
I don't have to meet this guy. You can do him on a phone.
Okay. Maybe if you want to punch him, maybe he wants to punch you because he said, Steve, fuck you. I can't stand you, but I have to give you props. You've made a name for yourself by being the dumbass that you are for 25 plus years. Yeah. I commend you for being a successful piece of shit. I do hope the last couple years you have left are miserable, though. Suck it.
Jesus. Just don't be an a-hole. See? That's great.
I got you, Steve.
Hey, that was so bad that it's funny. I can dig his hate. God bless you.
I love it.
Yeah, I have made a living being not the smartest guy in the room. I don't claim to be. I claim to be the guy you want to go on a road trip with. I'm the guy you want to be with the last 10 minutes on this earth because I'm a nice guy and I make you feel good. I make people feel good. I also got laid a lot, so I've got decent looks and good game in the bedroom, but you can't brag on that because that makes you a dick. So I don't brag about it, but 419 don't lie. This guy's probably been with only 3 people. He's probably impotent. He probably can't, he's probably struggles in every area of his life, and the only thing he gets off on is ripping me.
I do not want to. Is
that too much? Did that sound like it bothered me?
That was good.
No,
Tyler, it did sound a little bit.
All right, I'll let it go.
Last 10 minutes on Earth, are you spending it with Steve?
If you had 10 minutes.
I'm Steve. You want to spend the last 10 minutes with me because I'm a good fuck. That's all I got out of that.
Okay. Obviously, if you're a guy, it's not going to work for you. But if you're a girl and you're not, you're single, you're available, it'd probably be a good thing. I don't want to cheat with somebody the last 10 minutes. You'll probably go to hell. Dude, you can't cheat. Don't break the 10 sins, man. I'm that good of a guy. I say I'm sorry. Infidelity, I don't think I'm in trouble with God over having sex with a lot of girls because I wasn't cheating on anybody. I've never cheated on my wife. So certain sacraments are sacred to me. But when I was single, so am I a bad guy because I had sex a lot?
No.
Okay.
You're a normal male. Mammal.
But
mammal.
All right, 10 minutes on a social level, I think I would be fun to be with. If you had to get stuck with somebody that wasn't your best friend or a loved one, I put myself at the top of that list.
Can we not say 10 minutes, like the last 10 minutes on Earth? Can we say like 10 minutes stuck in an elevator?
All right, 10 minutes, no dying. 10 minutes on an elevator, 10 minutes in a bathroom with the lights off.
Handicap stall.
I would make sitting in a public bathroom with the lights off fun. I know I would. It's this kind of a skill set I've got. I mean, I'm charismatic. Don't you feel it?
I do feel it. Okay. Sometimes. More than others.
I'm okay.
I got a grip on it.
I do want to talk to this guy. Does he want to hit me? Because that's interesting.
It would be great content.
I wonder if I've wronged him. Because this guy comes after me pretty solid. Did I date his sister or his mother?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Seriously, is it something like that? Or his ex-wife?
Are you going to give
I don't know. I'm just wondering who it is. Did I work with him? You know, did he live next door to me? I don't know. What happened?
I'm just assuming that you destroyed his mom.
Okay. Probably
in his marriage.
Probably, yeah.
And that was his first, second, and third marriage?
I never hooked up with a mom and a sister. That's porn. That only happens in porn. That doesn't happen. And fathers do not have sex with their daughters, too. I don't know why porn keeps rolling with that theme.
Correction.
It's hard for me to buy into that one. No, I'll tell you right now that I might have had sex with his mother or him. He's not my son. Tell me he's not my son.
What if?
Shit.
That'd be a hell of a twist.
Shit. I never used condoms. I didn't like them. You know, I used them like 10 times, but I never only caught one sexual transmitted disease.
We know that story.
Yeah. It's the drip. Okay, who hasn't gotten gonorrhea? Raise your hand. All right, everybody know, you know. Am I creepy? No.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, it got weird. It got weird. This guy makes me go weird. I think I should just write him off. What do you think, Tyler? Made it on air, off air?
Yeah, just leave him in the.
Let him just go and just don't even let it get to me.
Let him spin his wheels.
All right, but if he wants to come on the show, I'm okay with it. In person or on the phone, you don't even have to tell me. He can just show up.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
I got it.
Do whatever you want to do. I really don't care. I think it'd be fun to have a conversation. What I would try to do is win him over. And if I couldn't, I wouldn't care. What's life without it? You got to have enemies. You do, right? If everybody likes you, something's wrong. I say, got to have hatred out there.
And that's what I ask for every week. And now you bitch.
No, I don't. But I don't want you to read it. You can just be like, "Yeah, I saw this dude that lit us up." I'm like, "Okay, cool, let it go." But you got to read it to me where I got to hear it. I don't look at these things. Go ahead. What's your other?
No, we're done. That's
no, damn it. Is there something nice?
No, those were.
Now you got him riled up here.
What a dick! I was fine. I got to introduce.
That's how I want to walk you into an.
I already got a problem with these two dudes.
Oh my god!
First off, can you see the bowl in front of you with the ice? That's for our mixed drinks. Everybody's putting their hands in it, knowing we have an epidemic in China. I don't know what's come across the ocean or the sea. Oh, I definitely don't want your hands on it. One of these dudes looks like he doesn't shower regularly. Stop.
You don't want to smell my fingers?
No, I don't want to smell your fingers, but let me introduce my guest. I hate dudes that come up. That was a high school thing. Hey, man. Like, really?
I was trying to prove they're clean.
And you know why? You know what a girl should never have is a scent. There shouldn't be a scent. Downstairs, it should be tasteless and odorless, just like water. That's what it should be like. If there's a scent, there's something wrong. That's what I always said. You know. Do you ever wipe yourself, though, and get a little...
SpaghettiOs?
Hold on, I got to do start it over again. I'm ready, Tyler. When you are, got to do a PSA time.
There you go.
For those of you that are dating, make sure your girl doesn't have a scent. Okay. I mean, you shouldn't. Tasteless, odorless water. That means no disease, no nastiness, no playing in the gym. It means it's all clean and all good. Believe that?
I mean, it gets hot in the summer in Georgia.
I will tell you.
Musky.
You brought that up. Senior year of high school, I'm dating a chick. She's the drill team. They're the ones with the gloves, and they do the things, and they're dancing and all that stuff. And they had picture day out at the field, and then they did the whole football game. So we're in the parking lot, and she wants oral sex. So I'm like, who am I to say no? So I go down there. It was so bad that I gagged, and I'd been drinking, and the gag reflex, and I threw up right in her box. I mean, right in it. Red knee-high socks, saddle Oxfords right here, bloomers on the ground, her little skirt pulled up, and I'm blah.
Thank you for this honor.
And I had to lie to her and tell her that it's because I was drunk that I threw up.
And years later, she had a child. Divorce 2020.
No.
You puked in my mom's box. That pissed me off.
Yeah. She left me for a Ryan Steakhouse manager, so I didn't care.
Is that the one that follows us? The Ryan Steakhouse manager?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, we got to move on. Today we have a returning guest. No, I've never seen him before. Although
You
he's
skipped out on that one.
Yeah, although he's a new guest to me, he's not alone. Let's start with the new guest. He's an author and an illustrator of a local comic series called Cobbzilla, as in Cobb County. He's also the owner of Mind Invader Comix. Now, to his hetero life mate, let's welcome back a guy I've never met to the show. He's been known to attend many open mic series held every Wednesday night at the Earl and Rachel Smith Strand Theater in Marietta. I do love the Strand Theater in Marietta. That's a very cool location. He's also the host of Pod Vomit. That's great. Some know him as Nickelbag. You a pot smoker? Yeah, I figured. But know him better for his original lip flipper.
That's you.
I'm a lip flipper.
You're a lip flipper.
No, I'm not. I make the comment. He hates Journey. Dick. Does he also hate freedom? I ask myself. Let's find out. Let's give a big yeah, come on to Nickelbag Rik Wayne and Justin Simmonds here on the Yeah, Come On show. Welcome, boys.
Well, thank you for having us.
I was just teasing about the hand thing, but you know right now, everybody, I don't know who's washing, who's not. We're all sticking our hands in an ice jar.
I'm the only one that didn't stick my hands in there, so.
You're the main one I didn't want to, so I'm happy.
Well, there you go.
Nickelbag.
I got a bowl just so we could stick our hands in it.
No, and I hear you're very funny.
Well,
That's the
what they
rumor on
say.
the street.
That's
You
what
do
they
some
say.
open mic nights, and you're funny.
Well, I run the open mic at the Strand.
Oh, so you run it.
Yeah.
Do you ever just open up or do some comedy yourself?
Oh, yeah.
or-
I mean, I go out and stuff. I mean, I've gone on the road and
Okay.
whatnot. But I'll go up some Wednesday nights, but I usually have a really big list of people. So I usually don't go up to, if there's 35 people signed up, I don't ain't taking anybody's spot, for me to go up to hear something you could hear next week or the week after.
How long do you give these guys when they do an open mic night?
6 minutes.
All right. I was dating a chick that did one of these one time, and I was like, you are not funny. It sucked. I didn't know why she was doing it. I mean, we met there, and she didn't even tell me, and she went up, trying to, I guess, impress me or something, and she was one of the comedians. I was like, oh, my God. Also, it came out she was a racist. She said some racist things, and that's when you could get away with it. I was like, good Lord. She goes, you ever heard of KK Knievel? I'm like, what?
Good Lord.
Threw that out there. I was like, okay, I can't do this.
Stunt racist.
Yeah, good Lord. She said he jumps people in a tank. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I get it. Everybody dies. Notice I didn't say color of the people 'cause I'm not getting in trouble.
Yeah, right.
I'm not getting in trouble. But yeah, that's, you never know where somebody's humor's at, and as long as they're not joke tellers, I'm okay with it. I've never been into joke telling. There's occasionally somebody will have a funny joke here or there, but the
You
whole,
can do it better with instead of a story over just getting up there and just cracking wise.
yeah, just talk about what's going on in the world.
Right.
A little bit.
Yep.
All right, so what is your deal with Journey, the greatest rock and roll band of all time?
Dude, I work in a bar. I don't know how much you hear Journey. You worked on a radio station and still do, but how have you not got?
I owned a bar and I played
I
it
know, I've been
last.
there, yes,
You've
I
been
know.
you've been to Southside Steve?
Yes. I went and seen Iron Mullet play down there.
Oh, did you spend money?
Of course I did.
All right, he's good.
I didn't even touch their ice cubes or anything.
Whatever you did didn't help me. It was stolen from me.
Well.
I'm sure. God bless. God bless. Smoking the Bandit Bar. Did you like it?
I loved it. I'm a big Burt Reynolds, Smoking the Bandit fan. Seen it in '77 when it come out.
Me too, man. You were in the theater, so that tells me
Absolutely.
we're in and around the same age. Because
Yep.
I would have been 12 when that movie came out.
Yeah, I was probably about 77. No, I'd been 10.
Okay. All right, so a little younger than me.
Yep, 2 years.
All right. Now, your friend here, are you a comedian or you just you're an artist or do you do the copy or you're a producer for this comic book?
I wear many hats. I'm the artist, the
Oh, you need to make
producer.
love to that.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
damn, he just did the tongue thing. Did you see how fast his tongue was? Did you capture that?
Oh, I didn't.
Do we have high speed
camera
tape?
did.
That little dude, he was like a lizard. He was like, I was like, good
Years
God.
of experience.
That one's for you, Michelle.
I'm about to say. But she was like, he does that. Oh, my Lord. God.
No, I illustrate. I produce it.
It's your baby.
It's my baby. It's my baby. It's been my dream since the 7th grade, Campbell Middle School. Me and my best buddy Brendan, we met in health class over Alien versus Predator comics when like that movie came out. So Dark Horse did like a series. We were both the only two kids that drew in class, and it just kind of been, the rest is history.
I know the kid. Everybody remembers the kid that could draw. Like there's like 2 or 3 guys that stick out in my mind, and you just would watch them, and you'd be like, damn.
Word.
I mean, it's cool. My father was an artist. He
Nice.
he wanted to do a freelance cartoon strip, but he designed patches for the Boy Scouts of America.
Nice. I used to be a Boy Scout.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
Eagle Scout.
We blow.
Oh, it's not your fault.
That's why I stopped.
Never my choice either.
Were you in a home? Were you in a one parent thing? There was nobody to guide you, to send you.
Oh no, my uncle. He thought it was a good idea. We had just moved from New York after 9/11.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
See, now I feel guilty. I'm trying to take a shot at him. And now he's like, "Yeah, 9/11. My father died in a high rise."
So I joined Boy Scouts, got molested.
God, yeah.
right? Over and over again.
See, I hate the molesting stories. They actually sent me an apology letter because I'm an Eagle Scout when they came out with these molesting and the lawsuits. And the Boy Scouts may have to pay out $1 billion for what adult leaders did from the 40s to present day. And I'm like, nobody touched me. You know, my
Right.
dad was also the Boy Scout leader. And I'm like, he beat me.
Not getting compensation for that.
Yeah. I'm like, but he never touched me weirdly. No, but a lot of people, it's like my father had the same issue. It's like, one parent was into it, one wasn't. And it's
Yeah.
almost like in order to pull that off, both parents have to be in. It's just like one parent sometimes is into sports or not into it.
Yeah.
And it really screws it all up. So I didn't know when you fell out from my father, it's because his father wouldn't take him any longer.
Yeah,
Because he thought it was stupid.
Right. Well, actually, so what it was I actually learned that my uncle, he used to be a Boy Scout back in England. So I guess
That's
that
where it
was
all started.
That's where it all started. Yeah.
Baden Powell.
I don't
He
know.
was the first boy. He started Boy
Okay. Yeah.
Scouts.
Well, clearly I wasn't in Boy Scouts long enough to know
Brett,
who that is.
Don't come at me with your redneck crap, okay? Just because you were
I
never
was-
in the Boy
I
Scouts.
was in Boy Scouts.
I don't remember you ever talking about being in
I
Boy
will bring
Scouts.
my Pinewood
You're like,
Derby
all we
trophy
did
in."
was go down to the baseball park and play double headers. We thought anybody who was in Boy Scouts was queer.
I did it so I could shoot guns.
know.
First gun I ever shot, 22. Boy
Okay.
Scout camp here.
Hey, you got the rifleman badge.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And your dad probably drew it.
He probably did. No, he didn't draw the merit badges, just all the badges. Atlanta Area Council, those who he worked for. So you made it through Weeblos. So you did Cub Scouts, Weeblos, and then when you were ready going to Boy Scouts, you just stopped.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
So you missed out on all the camping.
I did.
That
I remember the
sucks.
handbook. The handbook was so fucking cool. Like they taught you how to make like catapults and shit. I was
Yes.
like, holy shit! Like this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. I was in the drawing. I was in the Dragon Ball Z and running around outside. But I did utilize some shit because I was into, I guess I'll say, carpentry. I tried to build a clubhouse in the back of my apartment complex while the apartment was doing renovations.
Because there was extra lumber.
Yeah, it was extra lumber. So like me,
It wasn't actually extra lumber. It was probably needed lumber.
well, they definitely needed because I definitely took that shit back. So all we got was like the floor and the table. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, son of a bitch, they ruined my dream.
Where was this at? Was this here?
So it doesn't exist anymore. This was here in Georgia. Yeah, this was on Windy Hill Road. The apartment complex was called Hickory Lake Apartments. It's like right there on South Cobb Drive and Windy Hill Road.
Yeah.
right behind the Adventure Outdoors place.
I know what you're talking
It
about.
used to be a L Value, and it used to be a Cub Foods back in the day.
Yeah.
Value.
Yeah, right.
L value. It's like, you gotta love South Cobb got affected by that and Buford Highway.
Yeah.
Buford Highway is the only road I can drive down it unless you speak Chinese fluently or
Spanish,
And I don't think there's anything else. You can't read a damn thing.
No, but the food's good.
Food's fucking delicious.
It is. But then
food's
I
great.
walk in and I'm like, it's all authentic, and I know it is because I can look at them, and
Wonton. What a a-hole.
And I drove up with a buddy one time that was, how one of those guys get those cop cars, the LTDs,
Right.
like, they sell
Crown
them
Vics.
cheap, Crown
I
Vics.
hate that, man.
So I get out and I'm busting out the ponytail and a pair of sunglasses, and I think I had a leather jacket, and we pull up in there, and I was just getting out quick because the guy in the back seat was like jabbing me. We were just all kind of clowning around, and I got out quick. Man, I saw like 10 people scatter. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
I am not the INS. You're fine.
I'm the Southside
That's what an
Steve.
INS agent would say. I mean, think about that.
But I was like, I saw him running. I go, why? Oh, I get it. That we look undercover. We're not. But then we went in and ate.
First in line.
Got served great. It's like I already saw 2 people working in there at that time. I'm like, everybody else had left. I'm like, it's fine. Just quit sneaking in places. You'll be good. Become a citizen. Yay. Sorry, those are my
I hope
views.
you said that after you got your food. For real. You're talking about this ice being handled.
I'll be honest with you.
Trust me when I tell you. Chimichanga.
I don't care where you're from as long as you got a social security number. As long as you're like me and you're paying taxes, I'm good. Just pay taxes. It's what, that's it. As entertainers, we don't make normal livings,
No.
I would say I'm somewhat corporate, It didn't start out that way, but it's a big business. Radio is for what I do. But for what you guys do, you're kind of entrepreneurs based on your creative abilities.
Word.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Outside of bartending, this is what we do.
Yeah, pretty much.
so both of you bartend?
Yep.
Where do you bartend at the same location?
Yep, at the Strand Theater.
Oh, so you're at the Strand.
That's what we
That's
met.
how we met, actually, yeah.
Were y'all there the night I didn't get into the Radio Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, please tell us this story. Let's talk about this.
The most painful night.
Did you bring people? Did you invite guests?
Brought-
Family? Oh, yes. I want to hear more.
I brought my parents, I brought my in-laws, my wife, and we sat there just waiting, knowing the career I'd put together over 24 years at that time in Atlanta radio, being on one of the most popular shows, The Regular Guys, starting out in college radio at Georgia State, surviving all the regular guy crap, being on Rock 100.5. I've done country with Rhubarb before he died. I was like, I'm a shoe-in, and I'm watching people, not hating, but I see people coming up from, hi, this is Elizabeth Wathabat from Columbus, and she's had a show for 10 years. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Wathabat. I just want to thank y'all for, I love Columbus Radio. Hi, let's hear for 102.7. I'm like, that's Columbus effing radio. This is Atlanta.
You're the only radio host that was there when the bomb went off in Centennial Park.
Thank you. All right, so I'm there. I'm an eyewitness and report on the bomb for 4 hours. I was
wow.
380 yards to be exact away from the stage when the bomb went off. I was also there for the issue with the reporter, or not the reporter, but the day trader shooting. I
Yeah,
was
in
there.
Buckhead, yeah.
I was on Piedmont in the Rock 100.5 van. Everybody was running across the street right as the shooter was killing people. It was horrible. And people came up to my vehicle telling me, and we went on air with that. I'm the only person that ever sat in every seat in the Omni before we blew it up. I lived on a billboard for 7 days, shooting 9,960 baskets with the Hawks. And I'm like, the list is long. I went down in a TNT balloon accident. We crash landed on a farm in Kennesaw and hit the house with the balloon. And we went scattering in the
What else
basket.
do you got to do?
I'm saying. And
Jesus.
and Elizabeth
Join
Watson.
the Blue Angels? I mean, fly a fucking plane?
Yeah, I'm like, seriously. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, all right, how am I going to? And the guy I worked with, the guy that taught me the board, was one of the presenters. It was Willard Arbor, and he went by Willard on 96 Rock. And he's one of the presenters. So he comes up. I'm like, yeah, Willard's probably going to be the one to bring me up. So I'm sitting there going, all right, who do I want to thank? What direction do I want to go?
Jesus.
And then he brings up Elizabeth Wathabat from Columbus. I'm like, then they gave it to 2 dudes that were dead. Fair enough. They're dead. They all work for WSB or WGST. But there were a lot of older guys getting it. And I just sat there and I realized I wasn't going to get, when it was all.
Did you have like you and like other nominees and they were going to, was it like that kind of deal or you just,
I was
they just
nominated.
said show up?
I was one of 12 that were
Okay.
nominated, and I think they gave it to 8. So I wasn't the only one that got, screwed over. But then I found out, and I hope I'm wrong, that what you're supposed to do is that you get people to vote for you. Oh. And when they vote, they have to pay $25
Oh, shit.
to the organization to vote, and that is how you get in. That whoever gets the most donations gets in.
Well, start
So
with
what's
your,
the numbers
start with
then?
the Yeah Come On hats is kind of a you give back. Hey, vote for me, get a Yeah Come On hat, so you can wear it proudly when I'm nominated. After I've had all these achievements in Atlanta radio, you get to wear the hat just for the $25 donation.
You know what? That's a good point. I should do that if I get nominated again. Kimmer went off on them about it, so I don't know if they're.
Kimmer hasn't gotten in because he refuses to give them money.
Well, see, and
You have to give them money.
you have to give them money.
It's like payola.
It is.
Yeah, just
so,
like
Just like radio.
100%,
so that's my only problem.
Right. Old school.
And I'm sure what I'm talking about right now, this will get back to them. So all I'm saying is, can't you give it to us based on our achievements, not how many people I get to vote for me?
Well, don't the people in Hollywood have to pay for their stars? Isn't that like a whole thing too? It's not like they just wake up one morning and go, hey, we're giving whoever a fucking star. I think there's like money that goes into it that they have to pay. Even the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they want money from the people that go in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's why, like, the Sex Pistols was like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know.
But I like working and playing well with others. I mean, I don't mind. I know you got to give a little to get a little, and there's I just hate it that it's that way. But
Sure.
if you're outspoken, what happens? You go down in flames.
Yep.
You do. I mean, I don't want to be the Mel Gibson of Hollywood, although I love you, Mel. Love you so much. Loved all your movies. I don't care what kind of crap comes out of your mouth. It's all about the acting. I can hate on somebody else for letting me know how they vote. I hate that too. So
Maybe that's who was behind the voting. Is that Divorce 2020? That's probably.
is that person in the business?
Maybe.
Seriously?
I can't
Is
tell
it
you.
somebody I know?
I can't tell you.
Now
Do
he's
you
all
know?
Paranoid, yeah.
I'm not paranoid.
I can show
Maybe
you.
he set that whole thing up just to go home and go,
messaging.
yes.
Plot
I
twist.
can't tell you who it is.
You really think you got the right person?
Yes, I
Okay.
know.
Well, that's
because I
50-50.
hit up directly that account.
Because I've been
Divorce
getting
2020.
Because I've been getting hated by this guy for about a year.
You deserve it though sometimes.
Maybe he's just turning the knife. See, he's like, yeah, you didn't get your award, and I'm going to blast you on your podcast too,
Wow.
and on your and on your radio show. He's
Damn.
probably stalking you, all fucking watching you.
Probably outside right now.
Yeah,
To see, hey, watch it. You look a little like me. Could sniper your ass.
Get the wrong guy. Yeah.
Steve stands in the studio, lets me leave and go to my car. All right, he made it out safe. All right, Brett, you're up next.
Seriously, Brett, otherwise known as Nickelbag. Nickelbag, you could go down.
Rick.
You're Rick.
All over
Did I say
the
Rick or Nick?
Brett.
You called him. Yeah, you're mixing all the
Completely
names
off
up.
base.
Well, give me. Can y'all put names in front of these guys? Let me see.
Well, you called him my name. It was like the other week when you looked at me
Nickel
and
Brett
said
Rick.
Tyler about diddling people.
I'm
or
Nickel
something.
Brett Steve.
Brett, I'm not getting sleep. I got a 2.5-year-old. I got one on the way. My wife was giving me a life lesson in the truck. I'm like, why don't I just give up? She goes, fine, Steve. Then give up if that's what you want to do. Give up. I'm like, do you really want me to give up? Because I'll give up.
And she's like, that's fine. I'm going to call Divorce 2020 as soon as you're out the door.
Dude, it's got to be an attorney.
Yeah,
God,
a vindictive attorney.
It probably is some bastard. Well, look, I don't want this to be about me. I'd rather it be about you two morons. That's a joke.
Great to be back.
I want you to feel warm because I
Are you
think
glad Steve's here this time?
Yeah.
I think Brett treated you well. I watched a little bit of it. It's hard to watch somebody sit in my seat.
I like pinky out.
I'm just kidding, Brett. I'm a big fan.
Did you call me Brett again?
No, I actually was talking
actually
to Brett.
talking.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I know he's under a lot of pressure, so.
He doesn't completely hate me. Only partially.
Well, you're the guest. I was talking to my co-host.
Okay.
Stay out of our business over there.
In your eyes.
Son of a bitch. So tell me more about Cobbzilla, and I'm asking that of Justin Simmonds.
Yeah, Cobbzilla was actually a fluke. Actually, it was Cobbs because basically during the summer of 2019, when that whole Storm Area 51 shit was going on the internet, it was like, oh, we're gonna go fucking to Nevada and storm the fucking gates.
By the way, I just want to let you know that Justin will say the F-bomb 49 times in a minute.
We'll earn our explicit.
I'm about to say, to all the kids out there, notice that Steve held back a little.
We're making up for last week.
My bad.
Lost time.
No, you know what? I want you to be you. Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
I was gonna do that.
If I was,
Leave me out.
If I was off the radio completely, I'm sure I would do this very different. But because I'm on the radio, I got to watch my fucks.
Fair enough.
Just threw one out there.
Watch your fucks.
It was so basically last summer with the Storm Area 51 thing going on, light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, I got to capitalize on this shit. I was like, there's like 3 million people on this event page, so it was like, but they're all sharing memes, and it's all, and then people started like doing like shirts or whatever the fuck, but I was like, I will.
That's all I got a counter in my head.
Right.
But so I was like, here's what I'll do.
He's trying so hard not to say it in his upcoming sentence.
I'll create art based on like the memes, so to speak.
Fucking art on some fucking memes.
Yeah, I was gonna create some fucking
Area
art on
fucking
this- on
50
this shit.
fucking one, you know?
So basically, I have some of it actually. If you want to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to. Why not? As long as we can focus on it, Tyler Maynard. I don't know if we can see.
Yeah,
what
sure.
we can, oh, look
So,
at this.
yeah,
you
so-
brought large storyboards.
I did. So basically, like my whole brand, like I love 50s shit. Like I love like.
And you drew all that yourself.
I drew all of it, yeah.
Oh, that's
so
strong.
like everyone, like one of the memes was like, oh, Kyle's, they're gonna break through Area 51 because they break through drywall. that type of thing.
Right.
So, you know, I just did like a little depiction there.
Look at that.
And I did,
impressed.
they're like, oh, well, Karen is going to distract the general of Area 51 and we can all sneak in. So, like, there's like Karen and her League of Karens.
I
Karen
dig it.
Supreme and her League of Karens, like talking to the general manager.
Okay.
The cheek clappers are gonna fuck the aliens, basically.
Oh my god! I like, you know, the guy's gonna have sex with an alien that definitely has on a backwards ball cap. No offense, I did.
This says White Claw though. Mine doesn't.
And then there's the Naruto runners who are going to get that extra boost of power from the Bella Delphine Gamer Girl bathwater.
I love it.
Thanks. So
do you do drugs to pull this stuff up? I mean,
herbal, no
nobody's-
comment.
Plead the fifth.
Because what kind of bathwater? Water was?
Gamer Girl bathwater. It's literally like what it was just this fucking girl that plays video games, and she's like taking a bath and she bottles it and she sells it on the internet for $30, sold out.
Yeah, sold out. in
Sold out. Welcome to America.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
exactly.
Does the bathwater kill you? What does it do to you?
It wasn't even fucking bathwater. Like a scientist tested it and everything. It wasn't even fucking bathwater.
So the alien scammed us.
Basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, right.
Or she did.
So
Maybe she's an alien.
I
so
love it.
so that was going on, and like Rick and I's plan was to go to. We're gonna make a comic book out of this, and we were gonna go to Nevada. We were gonna go to the event, and we were gonna sell the art. You know, we were gonna rake it in. This was like the American dream. Like
We got this.
basically, you know, we raised money to go, and then basically capitalism fucked us up because Nevada decided to rein this in and throw it in Las Vegas. So long story short, we didn't fucking go. So a month later,
But we got all this great alien.
yeah, we got all
Well,
this
they did, you know, they canceled the event because of like permits and stuff. So they moved it to Vegas, but then like for what the space that they wanted to do a booth was, it
put
was
us
way out of our
$700
budget.
over budget.
Way out of our
Yeah.
budget. So we chose not to go and put it all in publishing instead and
Yeah.
made a comic book.
So basically, a month later, the shit's dwindling down. No one cares because it's the internet. You know, after a week, no one gives a crap anymore.
Right.
You know. So I was like, I gotta figure out something to put in this table to sell because no one cares about this anymore. So I was like, oh wait, the big chicken. You know, and I talked to a friend that summer about doing like a zine based in Marietta Square, basically like shit talking all like the big wigs, so to speak. No offense, big wigs, we need your money. And
We're still gonna shit talk.
we
We
still
need
gonna
your
shit,
money.
yeah. But
Oh, yeah.
so like my plan for like the zine was like draw like the big chicken basically like ripping through the square, you know, and it was just gonna be called the square.
Like,
Basically, right? So
I can do that.
And that's when I came up with the Cobbzilla. I drew it in 6 hours, and I actually have something for you.
let me see Cobbzilla.
So this is for
Oh, wow.
you and Brett.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I basically drew Cobbzilla, you know, and Godzilla basically.
Oh, there we go. Cobbzilla. I like it.
And just to basically, you know, fill a space, and it sold out. It sold out. It took off like wildfire. I made shirts.
Really?
The
Yeah.
shirts sold out in like
12 hours.
Less than 12 hours.
less than
Better than
12
bathwater.
Basically,
That's right.
yeah, way better than I knew what that chick was up to now. I knew her feeling.
Dude, I love the characters. I take it that's Rick.
That's
Yes,
me.
it is.
That's
and
Rick?
that's me, and that's my girlfriend Michelle.
Oh, so you date a white girl.
Yeah.
What's up?
Welcome to Georgia. Right?
I love it.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Thanks.
And we got you some stickers in there, and
So you sold out. So now, based on selling this out, was there a way to, turn it back around? Did you think it was going to keep going? The Cobbzilla,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
big
actually.
chicken. You still have is there a place to purchase this?
Yes, actually. So you can buy our shirts on storefrontier.com/Mind Invader Comix, or you can just go to Facebook and type in Mind Invader Comix. We have all that information on there.
So Mind Invaders.
Mind Invader, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I like to play too. For me, everybody remembers Space Invaders.
Yeah, I
one
love
of-
that game.
One of the first games. So mindinvaders.com or Mind Invaders on Facebook.
Mind Invader Comix. Yeah.
Comics. Sorry, I got to leave in the comics. All right, very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I want to see you guys be able to sell this. Anybody that can pull that off, I'm happy for you. Also, comeon.com. I got to throw that in there. Just
we literally created a monster with it because we didn't
Yeah,
think
it's awesome.
there's a thing on the square, because we're always on the square. We work there, we hang out there, called Art Walk. And when we first put the first Cobbzilla prints out, he had a bigger poster of one of the prints, and by the end of the evening, it was like there was no more Cobbzilla anything.
Done.
Everybody was just really into the idea of having this. So now the shirts are selling out, and
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks. No, I'm very proud of you. That's good.
So basically, like what Cobbzilla, kind of became, or is becoming, I should say, is like, I mean, just because like there's already that Godzilla franchise, and Godzilla fights all these other, monsters. So my plan with Cobbzilla is to basically promote other local businesses. You know, so I'm wearing the
Hey, what do you got there?
Cobbzilla versus McCracken shirt.
Okay.
Johnny McCracken's.
Which is an ode to my favorite pub, Johnny McCracken's on Atlanta Street in Marietta Square.
Boom.
And we're actually going to be doing a promo with these guys coming up for St. Patty's Day. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have an exclusive Cobbzilla shirt for St. Patrick's Day coming up in the next couple of weeks. Yep.
It's one of my favorite holidays.
I've
I was
got the
born
big blue
actually.
heath.
I was born the day before. My mother's like, if you'd been born 12 hours later, we're going to name you Patrick. And I would
You
not.
were born
have
the
dug-
day before?
Yeah, 16.
That's
yeah.
my son's birthday.
Really?
3/16, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 316 boy. I don't know many of those.
Wolfie Van Halen, 3/16 also.
Is he?
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
He's born the same. He was born 2 hours after my son. So every year for his birthday, I play that song off For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge for him.
That's a good damn song. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna say, are you a Hagar or a Van Halen guy?
No, it's Roth all the way, baby. I liked.
Well, you and I don't disagree, or we disagree on everything.
Well, no. I mean,
You don't like Journey, and you hate Van Hagar.
I don't hate Van Hagar, no. But I'm
Rick,
just
why
saying,
don't you just go in the corner of the green screen and F yourself?
I'm just saying, man. If I'm going to pick over Van Halen or Van Hagar, I'm going Halen with Roth originally. But I like Hagar.
I mean, all right, who's turned out to be cooler?
Well, obviously Sammy, but at the same time, he
Have
couldn't
you
have
seen
had.
Roth in Vegas?
Yeah, it looks like Dr. Zachary Smith from Lost in Space.
Some scary shit.
Oh, Billy, oh, the pain.
And I hate it because that dude was so cool.
And he had a mane, and now it's tragic.
Well, I'm not going to hate on him for hair loss or anything, but that dude with the kicks and the tied up pants and stuff, he had the world in his hand 83, 84.
Oh, yeah.
He did. I mean, God bless him. He was at the mountaintop.
But that
He's
was,
not there
I mean,
now.
that's my favorite pick over Van Halen.
All right. I just thought he was more of a talker than a singer. He had the thing, but
But that's what got Van Halen to the party, though.
It did. A Diver Down, I had it, but I got to tell you, 5150, it was a little bit cooler to me. Sammy Hagar, I just thought took it, and I missed it. I never saw Roth. I've never seen him with Van Halen. I went to the first show at the Omni when they became Van Hagar, and there were all the Roth fans in the corner.
I
and
saw the 1984 tour with Autograph opening up back in the day.
Turn up
at
the radio.
Omni.
Can we agree we like Turn Up the Radio song?
Nope. Nope. That song is overplayed. May as well be Dixie's Midnight Runners, Come
You will
on.
learn Rick is very cynical and don't like much things.
No, I like things, but I just...
He loves your ass, though.
Yeah, he
do,
does. I think that's
yeah.
probably one of the only things he does like in this world.
Yeah.
God bless you. I
Yeah.
mean, so you love Justin. So you hang out with Justin a lot.
Every day.
All the fucking time.
All
every
right.
day.
I dig it. And Rick, for you now, and you guys are speaking of the Marietta Square. Obviously, those of you that have never visited it, it's a pretty cool location. A lot of one-off shops out of old homes. It's got the town square, very cool town square. I've done some Harley rides through there and some fundraisers. Of course, we know I did not get in the Radio Hall of Fame at the location you work at, and you two were there that night.
I hope we served you well, though.
Yeah, you know what? I drank. I did. I also had a tab at a restaurant right around the corner. I had that still going. I had to go close that damn thing. I mean, I was ready to celebrate. I was like, just leave my tab open. We'll be back. I came back. Yeah, close that damn tab. Fuck Marietta.
I quit.
Fuck Marietta. Fuck radio. Fuck everybody's got a problem with Southside Steve.
I'm going to be a podcaster, and that's it.
I was like, hell with this. No, it was a tough pill to swallow, man. I felt like a loser, but I was like, okay, what the hell?
Well, and it does suck. You're at this beautiful theater. You're with all these other people. It's like it's just adding insult to injury, and you're walking the fuck out going, why did I even come?
I know. My parents came from Alabama. I had to apologize. I'm like, sorry. I thought
Well, that's probably not the first time you've had to apologize.
Oh, God,
to your folks.
No. Obviously, I have some issues. I mean,
They drove home to Alabama going, well, he means well. He's a good boy.
I've disappointed my parents for sure. Not as much as Brett has disappointed his parents.
I do what I can.
Well, he wasn't up for any kind of nomination, so, he's kind of...
I'm Allison with Circle 285 Insurance, and we've got you covered at every turn. Whether ITP or OTP, the only TP we care about is total protection for your family. Have you ever wondered if you're paying too much for home and auto insurance? Do you have enough coverage, and will your carrier pay your claim in an accident? Visit us at circle285.com for a free quote today. Visit circle285.com or call me, Allison, at 770-904-9586 for a free quote today.
I'm David Markwell with Ridgeline Counseling. The current situation we're in is bringing all kinds of issues into our lives, everything from stress and anxiety to frustration, bouts of depression and loneliness. Well, we're here to help at Ridgeline Counseling. You can reach us at 770-993-9700, or you can email us at ridgelinecounseling@gmail.com. Currently, we're offering telemental services through video and phone platforms and in-person office visits. In the meantime, stay safe. We'll get through this. Yeah, come on.
Now, Brett's a Yankee that graduated from Alabama.
I'm not a Yankee. I'm from here.
It doesn't, but your parents, though.
First generation.
Parents are damn carpetbaggers, man.
Parents Cincinnati and Minneapolis.
Oh, nice.
So they come from Minneapolis. Where am I going to send my son? I think we're going to send him to that Alabama school.
I live here. I've lived here my whole life.
Brett,
my parents moved from New York here.
Your parents had Yankee.
New York.
No, where were you born?
I was born here.
All right. Did they
Downtown Atlanta.
did they make you in the North and brought you here?
No, my brother had been here for 2 years. I got made.
You know where I'm going. Were they effing in New York?
Yeah.
She realizes she's pregnant, and you move.
We got to get to Georgia.
Got us a Georgia boy.
I know exactly where I was made.
Where were you made?
Lake Lanier, on my dad's boat.
God, your dad's redneck. I love it.
He's
Hi.
drinking Bush
Roll
beer.
Tide, baby. Woo! He was an ice house guy.
I just buried my seed. God dang it!
Let's shoot these illegal Alabama fireworks off right now.
I just tapped Miss Barney's ass.
Miss Barney's ass.
Got me a little Brett Barney.
fucking dabba-doo.
If it's a boy, his name's Brett. If it's a girl, her name's Brett. Brett. I love the name
Works.
Brett. It
I'll
does.
give you my seed.
Give you my seed. I'm going to stick it in weird places and let it birth itself.
It was all done Titanic style on the front of the boat.
It was, dude. That's
Yeah.
where the bed was.
No, I mean like over the rail.
No,
right
I know.
there
Oh,
cruising.
God, I hope
King of the world.
Yeah, king of the world.
Here's the thing, and I bet this is true. I bet he dipped his stick first in the butt. And then he's like, oh, wait, I'm trying to have a baby. Pull out, back.
And you're on your period? Oh, what a mess.
I bet you are a concoction of just a bunch of nastiness.
I'll ask.
Booty, the double B, booty and blood.
I think you're cool, Brett.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, man.
No, have you ever been doing that? You're having anal sex. So wait, I'm trying to have a child here. Hold on, wrong place.
No, I think,
There's no point have I been like, I'm trying to have a child here.
let me stick it in the ass.
I'm sorry. I haven't had that.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got the short-term memory sex partner. Whoops. Wrong hole.
Jesus.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that website?
What the fuck?
Have you ever seen wronghole.com?
No, but I can picture
Oh,
it.
dude,
yeah.
Face of death.
No,
can
no,
picture it.
it's not even really sexually good. It's funny as fuck.
Christ.
It's slow motion videos of girls getting fucked, and then it
Oh, this is
slips
getting wrong.
in the wrong hole, and then they show it in slow motion. It's like
He plugs this at least twice a week. At least twice a week.
yeah. Nobody's fucking spanking it to that, but that is comedy gold, baby.
It is.
Hey, to each their own.
Can we put definite, like, don't listen to this unless you're 22?
Yes.
No 18-year-olds. No 18-year-olds.
I feel you got to be 24. to listen to this one.
NSFW for
This
this.
is a 24. We need to stamp this one different. Must be 28 to listen.
I mean, a 21-year-old. What do you have to be 21 now to buy cigarettes?
Yeah.
All the stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
signs on. How ridiculous.
That's kind of crazy.
But at 18, you can serve our country. You can't
Yeah.
smoke or.
When I went to college in Alabama,
Drink.
you couldn't get into a bar or buy tobacco unless you were 19.
oh, shit. I should be going to
They got to
Alabama.
find a middle ground with this.
19.
They got to find a middle ground with this. It's like if you can vote, serve your country, you should be able to smoke and drink. But if it's not 18, make it like you say 19 or 20. But it should be one all the way across the
One
fucking
number.
board.
Yeah. It was 18 for me.
I mean,
Yeah, it was
you're really
18
not
to
doing
me
anything
early, and
when
then I
you're
remember they
19 or
moved it
20.
up when I got to, so I was like legal for like a minute.
Wait,
Yeah.
you could drink at 18?
I could.
In Georgia,
In certain
yeah.
places. Oh, really?
Here in Georgia, yeah. I was in 1983. It was 18, and that's when they
damn.
changed the
Okay,
law.
yeah.
In 84, it started going up a year.
Yep.
So you guys are the ones that fucked it up for us then.
No, I don't. Yep. Yeah.
Now, if you were 18 when they changed the law, did you get grandfathered in?
No.
Like you could
No, there was
still
no.
drink,
No,
or you had to
could
wait 3 more years.
You could drink. and then lose it, and then be able to
Get it-
drink and
oh,
lose
that
it.
sucks.
No, it's whatever you wore. It never affected me. The law, once it changed, I was a year ahead of it every time, so I was fine. But yeah, I was in bars my senior year, which is kind of cool.
Damn. I had
Yeah.
to pay hobos to buy my beer in 19. Seriously.
Hey, mister.
Yeah, basically, like from South Park. Exactly. That's where I got the idea from.
I did a lot of that.
Yeah, I never had to ask anybody. I was getting asked.
Jesus
you know, and
Christ.
I only got charged for it one time. Yeah.
You always walk in
Purchasing
the-
alcohol for minors, that always looks good. I'm like, I'm going to need to plead NOLO on that one.
You're there buying like Wild Turkey or Jack Daniels, and then some like Seagram's wine coolers. It's like, really, you're drinking Seagram's now? Yep. Today I am.
I got to come down.
I got to
off
meet
of
these
it.
kids over there at the.
How to catch a
Save
Southside
right.
Steve.
Yeah, come out.
Jesus.
That's it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Well, your stand-up. So
L value. Yeah.
So how can? So I just want to make sure people can see you guys. So you're both working at the Strand,
Right.
Which is downtown Marietta. And what year did that theater open?
1938, I believe.
It's like 86 years old, so whatever the math is on that.
Which
one.
is it's so impressive just to go there. What else takes place there? You do stand-up, but are movies shown?
Oh, absolutely. We just showed.
It's one room, right?
Yeah, there's four levels to it. You have the lobby and auditorium, which holds 533 seats.
That's huge.
Yeah, and
That is big.
Beautiful stage, backstage area, and then there's the mezzanine with a balcony, and then we have the Lumiere Lounge where I do my comedy on Wednesday nights. We also have a piano bar on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday evenings. On the fourth floor, overlooks the terrace to Glover Park. We have Brew with a View up there on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, unless it's rented out for a private event. But you can go on the terrace. We put a band out there and drink up there. But they show movies. They've done things like Princess Bride. They've done things like Mamma Mia and Margaritas, and Metropolis is
Show
coming.
Night of the Living Dead and
Night of
Plan
the
9
Living
from
Dead.
Outer Space.
Yeah. And then, but we also have comedy shows. We have concerts by like Georgia Players Guild, who does like Eagles Alabama. Probably
Prince,
one of your
Queen.
favorite bands, Departure, comes out there. The Journey tribute band twice a year.
Yeah, they're definitely one of my. I know all those guys.
Yeah, I
They're
know
fantastic.
those guys. Yeah,
I
They're
imagine
great
y'all
guys.
do. Yeah, y'all probably because you're serving them, you're partying with them.
They drink some Jaeger, man.
Yeah, goddamn right they did.
Yes.
I'll tell you something funny.
I
One night,
don't get it. I don't know why bands want to do that. I had dudes.
Southside Steve. Here you go. Show him how you do it.
shit, I'll hit that. Oh my God. I'll tell you right now, I'll hit that. I'll do one with you, Steve.
I don't
Get your
man,
pull.
I don't want to. Damn. I hate
He
you.
forced me to
Man,
drink this last week.
One night.
Nobody likes Jaeger. I don't know why you would like this. It is black licorice that gets you drunk.
Yeah, man.
Do you know and this is a true story. I wish it wasn't. There was a Mexican guy that owned an Irish bar. Go ahead and figure that one out.
Nice. Welcome to
And,
America.
Then a Jew and a Catholic walked in.
Yeah, he's a dude that just bought it from the guy that owned it, who had retired. He was head dishwasher, became a bar owner. He was a fantastic
That's
guy.
the American dream.
It
Fuck
is
Yeah.
the American dream.
Fuck yeah.
So we're out there, and I'm out doing a gig, and it's Halloween, and they all start bringing me Jaeger, and he's counting the shots. So he's putting 5 to 6 shots in a small rock glass, about like this, and bringing it to me in front of people, and at the bar while I'm on the microphone, and I'm having to kill it. And then he's like, they got a chalkboard. It says Southside, and he puts little white marks based on the shots. So now the whole bar is like, drink. And I'm like, first off, you're making me drink something I just don't like the taste to. I just do not like it. But, and I kept drinking. And they were trying to get me to break the record in the bar, which was 28 shots.
Oh, shit.
Well, I shattered it. I did 38 shots.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
And the last one was like 6 ounces, and I killed it. And the cop, this is literally probably like 99, 2001, somewhere in there. And the cop was so cool. He's like, look, Southside, where do you live? I'm like, man, I live downtown. He goes, how are you getting home? I go, 285-20. And I'm exiting right off 20. He goes, if you leave right now, I'll let you drive. He goes, because I've watched you drink 15 shots in about the last 20 minutes, and it's about to kick in. He goes, but I'll let you drive. He goes, but if you wait even 5 more minutes, I'm not going to let you drive. And I was like, okay. And I was talking to him kind of the way I'm talking to y'all. And I get out, and sure as shit, I'm on 285, and I'm like, burn.
That officer's name was Officer Divorce 2020.
Go
ahead, you're fine.
I'm driving. And
It's like that scene in Wolf from Wall Street when he's doing the Quaaludes in the fucking Lambo.
Get off the phone! Dude, I got home, and the girl I was dating was a total freak, not the marrying type. I mean, she was a freak. And I'm sitting there with my pants down, asking her to marry me in between throwing up in the toilet.
Throw it up in her box.
Roll Tide.
and I'm like, I love you. I want to marry you.
Steve gets on one knee, just pukes right in her fucking crotch. I'm famous for this. They're gonna give me an award for this one day.
And then I go on air. I love you through Jaeger and vomit. Will you take me as your man and live with me the rest of our lives? But then I went into work. I don't know how I got there. I was an hour late. Regular guys were giving me shit the entire time. And I'm on the show, and then they sent me home at 9, and I drove home drunk. I was just plastered. Because of this. But I'll do a sip just to be a champ. You want to use the cap? We'll use wow! Man, that was a perfect pour. You see that? By the way, I used to bartend at Rupert's. I don't know if you guys remember that nightclub.
We're the same age, Steve. You know, you're telling me all the same things. Rupert's, I know.
What's Rupert's?
Limelight was I'm with you, dude. Yeah. It was a bar, man.
It was the old Limelight, and then it turned into Rupert's. But it was a
next to the disco Kroger.
What's Limelight?
Man, it was a big disco in the 70s and 80s.
I know Limelight.
They filmed Slugger's wife there.
Dude, all right, now I love you.
Yeah, I know,
Rick, now I love you. Slugger's wife was a story about Atlanta Braves pitcher that basically was in love with the chick from
Rebecca De Mornay from A Risky Business, and it was also what's his face, Danny from
DeVito.
From Caddyshack. From Caddyshack. Danny Noonan, that character.
Danny Noonan.
Well, that's not his real name. That was his character in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
He was also on Roseanne and God, what's that guy?
He's the guy with the blonde curly hair. He was the main character in Caddyshack.
John Goodman?
No.
But he was the
Bill
pitcher.
Murray?
No. But it was a Neil Simon story. Yeah, it was shot here, just like Six Pack with
Chevy
Kenny
Chase.
Rogers back in the day in Kennesaw.
But I will tell you, he's right. Every picture.
There you go, Steve.
There it is.
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah,
Slugger's wife.
What's his name though? What's his name?
I'll check.
Oh my God.
Beauty of the internet.
But I got to tell you guys, in this movie,
I was in that movie. I was in the crowd scene.
yeah,
Yeah, they gave you a free hot dog and a drink if you went and is in the crowd scene.
How long did you have to make that hot dog last?
I
that's
didn't
awesome.
care. I think we were like funneling beer in the parking lot and smoking weed.
I wish we had a fifth mic. Do we have a fifth mic? I guess we actually have an actor here with us.
A writer.
No, I've got a writer, I've got a comic, I've got 2 bartenders, and I have an actor off
Ain't a waste of space.
right now. And I have somebody that was actually in Running from the Bride.
Runaway Bride.
Damn it. Y'all knew what I meant.
Yes, with Julia Roberts, who's here from Smyrna in Cobbzilla, with her brother Eric.
Look, y'all think I can't bring in a guest? I'll run Julia up in here. Hold on, I got to do the sip.
do a sip.
Here, you can do it with him.
I'll do one.
Ready?
Hell yeah, let's go. Get your pull.
Ho, we're drinking a Journey, or you want to drink the Slugger's Wife?
Slugger's Wife.
Slugger's Wife.
So we only 2 know who this movie is. So.
The Slugger's Wife.
That was Michael O'Keefe in that, and Randy Quaid. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I hate the taste of that.
See, I drank about half that bottle.
God damn.
I figure if we all touch the ice, I might as well touch this.
Yeah, right.
too.
Yeah.
You're trying to do it, you do it all the way.
That's it. I just don't want to bring anything home to my kid. I can't handle it if he's sick.
Shit, that'll kill that, man. Hey, but if you get coronavirus, man, just garnish it with a little Lyme disease, man.
Boomsy. Hey,
That's why I drink Modelo's.
Can I do something and borrow your mic, Tyler, and pull him in for a second?
Sure, yeah.
Let's do it. I need you to bring it. You got a chair? I want to bring you in with my boys just here for a second.
We're
Come
talking
over
about
here with a stool. You can sit next to me.
we're going to talk about Sharky's machine next.
No, because I'm going to tell you right now, first off, before the show's over on a cigarette break, I want you guys to talk about this because I will tell you these illustrations are awesome.
Thank you.
And what you've done with this whole Mind Invaders Comix.
Thank you.
And you can go to Facebook and look it up. I like the fact that you're putting out shirts too,
Yeah.
and that it's a homemade comic and you do all aspects of it. And then, Rick, both of you guys, the fact that I have you on the show is, and I would like to have you as return guests. You're both terribly creative. You're terribly local. And I'm going to fan out for a local before I do, like, for the actor next to me that's lived his whole life in California and beach, and the whole bit. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to get you on
Steve, you
camera
want to
here.
slide towards me?
Yeah, I'm going to slide towards you.
Slide. I moved everything.
All right, don't think the Yeah Come On show can't adjust, because it can. And I'm going to allow my panel here, too. I'm going to let Justin and Rick ask you any questions that they want. First off, how should we recognize you? And stare straight into the camera. You're no stranger to this camera.
No. No.
Camera 1, camera 2.
Camera 1.
Yeah, get up on the mic because
Oh, yeah.
I worked for Gary Marshall for a lot of years in Los Angeles when I lived there. So I was in a lot of his movies he did in Actually, the first film I did was Exit to Eden.
Yep.
Which was with Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
BDSM movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and what did you play in that?
I played Iman's love slave.
You were the love slave.
I was
it
the love
Dana
slave
Delaney
of
in that
the-
as well? Dana Delaney? Yep.
And
Yep.
Gary, I was working for Gary. Well, I was, you guys talk bartending. LA is the world of bartending.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually waiting tables at an Irish pub. And Gary's office was next door. And after about a year of him coming in, he said, I got a movie coming up. You should come in and audition.
Sounds just like
it's a good Gary Marshall. Yeah,
he
I'm about to say, he and Penny Marshall. I mean, if you don't remember Laverne and Shirley, I guess
They
it's not
don't,
your fault.
probably.
Y'all know Laverne and Shirley?
Who? Yeah, I know it's an okay boomer reference.
Sounds familiar.
yeah. Okay, boomer.
We're really reaching that demo, that 55 plus. I'm so glad.
No, we're I would say we're 40.
Yeah, come on, show.
classic.
Sponsored by Depends.
Whatever.
No,
And
my-
Metamucil.
Sponsored by Journey.
Sponsored by Fiber.
Don't stop believing.
Hold on,
In
to
AARP.
to the dicks in the room. I would say anybody 40 and up knows what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can say certain movies for the younger generation, Princess Diaries 2, those were Gary Marshall films. And that,
Yeah, my
that's
sister
where he
loved
came
that
in.
movie, actually,
Yeah.
Princess
And that
Diaries.
brought him in a whole other generation of kids with Julie Andrews
Yeah.
catching the
There you go.
the oldest crowd.
You
and then Anne Hathaway
At
catching
the
young
Strand
crowd.
right now, we have a play that just opened last night. It's called Middletown, and Donnie Most from Happy Days, Ralph Mouth, I know y'all know, he is in this play with Adrian Zemed, Sandy Duncan, and Didi Khan from Greece. They're awesome.
fantastic.
So
That's
they're
really
there
cool.
now. So Donnie Most from Happy Days, Gary Marshall.
Yeah.
They're at the Strand right now.
Right now,
probably
to the 23rd.
Yeah, till the 23rd. Called Middletown.
Once again,
Tickets on sale.
these two guys, again, the bartending is their backup gig, but obviously you do a great job. Another reason to go put money in your tip jar and
you.
talk to these two guys. That's great entertainment. So not only are you checking these guys out on comedy night at the Strand or, Mind Invaders Comix, also just go by because I think you're probably bartending 5 nights a week, it sounds like.
Mostly on the weekends.
Mostly
yeah.
on the weekends.
really?
Or anytime
Okay.
between Wednesday all the way till Saturday or Sunday,
Yeah.
depending. But yeah, we're pretty much always there.
All right. Well, and the one thing that I wanted to ask you about, because Ted Jenkin at Oxygen Financial, you guys were classmates, and he brought you up, and Ted loves to throw somebody in on me, and I dig it because, I'm one of his friends too.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's like, oh, yeah, he was in such and such movie. Ted knows that's like, I can't. I'm like, Hollywood. I just love Hollywood.
What all movies were you in?
Honestly, Exit to Eden, The Other Sister with Giovanni Ribisi
Yeah,
and Julia
love him.
Lewis, Raising Helen with Kate Hudson, John Corbett. These are all Gary-directed films. Then the Princess Diaries one. Princess Diaries 2, your sister would know, I was the guy in the big purple hat, and I would always announce people. I'd say,
Yeah.
Princess Ami has to go potty, and I'd bang
I
my
actually
stick.
remember that shit. Holy shit.
That's
I
the big
actually
line.
remember that. I need your
line.
autograph after this. Yeah.
Yeah, let's all take our shirts off and take a picture.
Yeah. All right, I'm ahead of you guys.
And now tell us about the movie that we've been teasing about the entire time, Julia Roberts.
Oh, Runaway Bride. Yeah. Well, Runaway Bride was the first film Gary offered me a job as an assistant. Up until then, I was waiting tables,
Got it.
tending bar at this Irish pub named Timmy Nolan's, and Gary's office was next door. He said, "So when you're not pouring drinks, serving food, you should come learn a thing or two. Maybe you do something." And then I would go over there, and he'd say, "Read a script. Tell me what you think. Maybe you know something."
And here's the thing.
That's
You know what's
great.
funny about that is that's just how it usually works. Where you're just working next to somebody and they're like, "Hey, I saw you do this. Why don't you go over and try this?" And next thing you know, you're like, "Oh shit, now I'm doing this." You know?
Honestly, it's one thing I would do was work hard. And when he would come in and he would want lunch, he was allergic to a couple of things, and I think this was key. Did not like mustard. Definitely allergic to malt vinegar.
Jesus Christ.
And so I'd always take it off the table so he wouldn't accidentally, because he's also kind of his wife, be like, "Be careful with Gary, because he may not know he's putting something on his lunch." So you get
Sounds
everything
like Tyler's
away,
mom.
and
Yeah,
then
I'm
good.
about to say,
And
how Jewish were these people?
Gary's Italian.
Oh, my God.
Gary's Italian. He's a Mascherelli from the Bronx.
I'm about to say, because it's like you hear that accent. you grew
Yeah,
up-
I think Jewish.
That was
Yeah,
a bad
Yiddish.
Barbara Marshall impersonation. I probably shouldn't have done it just because I saw you talking
No, that's great. It sounds a little bit like Tyler Maynard, our on again, off again
Like his
producer's
mom.
mother. His mother.
Yeah. She's like, now that's my baby boy Tyler, and I love him, and he's got a great opportunity. And today,
He's got those fine baby hairs right there.
today, I just want to say that he worked with an actor, and I just never know. He's going to come home with the best stories.
He's rubbing elbows with greatness.
He is. I tell you, you know,
He's going places.
the sky's the limits.
Y'all sound like Bobby Boucher's mom.
I know.
He's also in league.
Podcasting is the devil.
Is the devil. He's also in league with the devil.
Yeah. So what role in that movie?
Runaway Bride, I was.
You finally got a role, right? I mean, he looked at you and said,
This was-
talking.
Well, I did
part.
talk and all, but I would always have one or two lines.
So
And
you're
after
a
Exit-
slag,
SAG actor.
Stag.
Yep, I'm actually SAG.
Same penthouse. Hold on.
The triple threat. I'm the triple threat of non-working. But he said, actually, after Exit Eden, I mean, I could talk about Gary forever. He said after Exit Eden, I said, look, I want to thank you for this opportunity because I went to Hawaii. It's probably the greatest job I ever had. I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks. I was dressed in gold lame, and I was just I was dressed in chains. It was very strange, and I was following Iman around, this gorgeous, she's a gorgeous supermodel married to David Bowie.
Right.
And I was just walking around carrying her luggage, and then every once in a while I'd say something. I got to take a shower with her.
Oh, yeah. Well, you
And so
won the lottery right
Nice.
When it
there.
was
Yeah,
all over, I
wait,
said,
time
"Gary,
out. Hold
thank
on.
you so much for this opportunity."
Let's get more into that.
And he said, "Look,
Who's watching this movie tonight? Because I am.
it's hard to
I
find.
am.
It's hard to find Exit Eden. It's a
I've got a
tricky one.
VHS copy somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was. He said, "You're not." He said, "You did fine. You're not a great actor. You should probably think about doing other things. But I don't mean you'll never work. You got good hair. You got a good voice. If you say things and hit your mark, you'll do okay."
And you're steadily putting salt and vinegar on his malt vinegar all over his food. Fuck you, Gary.
But what he did is he kept bring me to the office. You should write. You do this. You read a script. Tell me what's about. You got to understand writing. Maybe you'll direct someday. And when he hired me for Runaway Bride, his old assistant Robert was moving on to editing, and he said, and this is like every story I could tell was always a backhanded compliment. He says, "So I need an assistant. Robert suggested you because we have to travel. We got New York. We got to go to New York City. We start, then we're going to Maryland. But Robert thinks if there's a problem, he said, I'm not offering you the job because I think you're going to be brilliant. But Robert thinks if there's a problem, you might be able to take someone out." I'm like,
Getting real mob ties in here.
it's not even close. I couldn't take myself out, but I'll jump in front of a train if I need to for you.
Stick this on the resume.
Yeah.
I was in Runaway Bride, and I fucking stopped a bullet
Yeah.
for Gary Marshall.
I was going to say you would have done well in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Right?
But dude, hanging out with the Marshalls, that had to be awesome. One thing I love it that you guys are getting drunk. That's what this show's about. There we go. Look at there.
Well, he's over here. He's over here hogging. I was like,
Wow.
They put it by me. I mean, what do you want?
Exit
There it
Eden.
is.
Yeah, Dana Delaney. I think that's what killed that movie. Sorry, was Rosie in a black bustier. That was just.
Oh, she would flash us every morning.
I'm
She
sorry.
would
bless
walk into the makeup room and just go,
Oh,
Do you know?
Were they like floppy? What were they like?
Yeah.
Come on, tell me.
A lot of bush.
It was just the top.
It's not bad.
She was hard. She went to
I've never
Boston
seen
College.
Brett so like
She went
uncomfortable
to
looking
Boston
over here.
College
Brett's like, this
for a
is
minute.
spun out of control. Even Steve is like, Brett's over here like, oh fuck.
I'm sitting over here thinking that this may be the best podcast we've done because it's just it is what it should be. It's just random and it's fun. And
Hold on. A lot of people
having a
believe
good
there
time.
should be structure to your podcast.
Fuck those.
No, I don't have a whole lot of structure in me. I wish I did. I don't.
Amen.
I just don't. I'm a gunslinger like yourself. I just whatever pops in my head, I go with it. One thing, God knows, I'm just a hot. Do you want to drink?
No,
well,
thank
we've
you.
run out of liquor. There's no more Woodford. There's no more Bullet.
Well, fucking cheers,
I
sons
can
of
take
bitches.
Hello, mate. No, we got more liquor. We got a full liquor room over there.
Get your
Full
ass in
liquor.
here,
I'm
bitch.
not tipping on. I'm not clinking on an empty glass. It's bad luck.
Come on. Here you go.
There you go. Hey, salud.
Salute.
But the fact that you were around the Marshalls and everything, and I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up. You going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Well, hell, we'll just do it live.
Yeah. Cut Brett out of this segment
Hey, Brett.
as we're talking about Hollywood.
Brett, this is this is a serious podcast. I hope you know.
He's back there taking a dump. This is unbelievable.
Good God. What's your full name?
Tom Hines.
And your social security
Tom
number?
Hines, former roommate of Ted Jenkin of Oxygen
Jack
Financial.
Daniels. All right, Tom Hines. Tom Hines. Tom Hines. Now, when you look at the Marshalls and everything, were you around Laverne?
Yeah. Yeah, Penny and Gary
Penny.
had two
I know, Vern.
I know, but
Come on.
but everybody
Or
knows.
Shirley.
Everybody knows, and everybody always thought Gary was her father. It was the weirdest
Yeah,
thing.
they're
Like,
brother
I'm
and sister,
a
yeah.
brother. He's 10 years older, but he would always he would say, "I
Guilty.
love your,"
Guilty.
Yeah.
I thought it was her father, and it's not. But
No.
that is crazy. But no, Penny Marshall, you see her, and like I said, she passed way too early.
Yeah.
But the glasses always tilted down and everything. She didn't really care. She went off the camera and just became just a. And I know she did a lot of movies. You never worked for her.
No. I wrote a basketball script for Gary one time, and about a deaf girls basketball team at Gallaudet University, based on a true story. In 1996, their all deaf girls team went to the Sweet 16 of the Division III NCAA championships. Very league of their own kind of story.
So what do you do when they're blowing the whistle?
Stomp your feet.
Glow
Stomp your
sticks.
foot.
Glow sticks.
Stomp your foot.
Red glow sticks.
Did you not hear my whistle?
Green glow sticks is go.
Very similar to the main character, who was a hearing character who went into this
The Helen
world and would
Kellers.
say that's those very same questions.
The Helen Kellers. The Helen Keller versus the Anne Franks.
All these girls just keep shooting us. I caught a penalty. Damn, you're bringing in mixers?
0.
Good God. This could end up being a party.
But I will say, at that point, Penny was not doing anything. Gary said, "Give it up. I think Penny might like it. It might get her excited." And she, even though I had 2 meetings with her, one was in her bedroom.
Yeah,
While she
come
was on her bed eating a zone diet, she gave me a creaky little chair. Beautiful house. I got a creaky chair and a notepad and my laptop, and I'm all here.
And she's laying in her bed?
She's laying in her bed, and but then, brilliant notes. Brilliant notes. And that was the coolest thing. I'm like, wow, so this is what made her, the first female director that grossed over 100 million. This is what made her a female director that grossed a couple of movies over 100 million. It's what made her a great director, is that brilliance of knowing what to do with a script. I'll say it myself, I wrote it, okay.
Yeah.
But she knew what to do to make it a film.
Well, I'm going to take it down a notch. I know Steve will appreciate this to some degree. I'm a big Kiss fan. And right before Penny died, like a year or so before Penny died, Kiss did a merge with Kiss meets, or Scooby-Doo meets Kiss. And Gary was also, he voiced and produced that cartoon. He also did a character, and then so did Penny on that. It was like an hour and a half thing.
Really?
Yeah. And Gene, Paul, Tommy, Eric, everybody did voices on the thing, and they had some of the the old school voiceovers come back. Like I think his name is Welker that did the voice for Freddy.
Frank Welker.
Frank Welker, and then Mindy Kahn did Velma, and Matthew Lillard did Shaggy and everything. But yeah, they actually worked on that comic or that cartoon that they put out on DVD. It was Scooby-Doo meets Kiss.
The last film Gary directed was here in Atlanta. I was one of the writers, Mother's Day. I actually filmed at
Mother's Day?
Punchline. We filmed at the Punchline.
Okay.
I've performed there. Yep, I've
Who was
performed
in
there.
that movie?
It was another one of those ensembles with Julia Roberts, Jennifer Aniston, Kate Hudson.
It sounds familiar for some reason.
It didn't do big numbers, but it was the last opportunity where all of us as friends, writers.
Well, that's one thing I always loved about Gary Marshall was that even if something that he put out didn't hit, no matter critically acclaimed or not, it always, was still well written, and the characters was very well done, and it didn't have to necessarily transfer over to a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I say, with Happy Days, big. Joni Loves Chachi, not so much. Laverne and Shirley, great. But he was a very tenacious individual as far as somebody who was a director and producer, and I've always enjoyed pretty much everything that he's done because I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan, and I know that.
That's because you look like Kevin Smith.
I thought you were Kevin Smith when I walked in.
Kevin Smith looks like me.
You know what?
Yo, Kevin Smith said that he was going to fucking send out a subpoena on me and him when we went to go see the reboot shit. the reboot, the movie
Roadshow.
Yeah, reboot Roadshow for Jay and Silent Bob rebooted.
He said he was going to sue us for looking too much like
Too
him.
much like him. I was wearing like a Snoogans hat and like some other shit. I mean, obviously I didn't look like Jay and have the blonde hair or anything like that.
Jay with a tan.
Jay with a tan, with a deep tan.
Jay Maker.
I like that. I like that too. That's pretty good.
We'll put that in the comment.
We will. No, yeah, this fucking guy, like that's what spawned our friendship because I saw this dude. Like I'm like, you know, like I was working the Strand, and this was like in the off season. So you know, before the Strand was what it is now, but before we were getting like productions like Middletown, and this time of year, in order to get some more hours, what we would do is clean. Yeah, we would like clean up the Strand just to get some extra hours, basically. So this motherfucker comes in, like, you know, doing an interview, talking to the boss and all that type of shit, and I'm just like coming back downstairs to report whatever the fuck, and I'm like, this motherfucker has a goddamn movies hat on. I'm like, I've never seen a movies hat in person outside of like Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back or in Dogma, and I was like, and it automatically spurred me to like introduce myself to this guy. I'm like, dude, man, I love your fucking
He's
hat.
a male maid.
Yeah, you know, and I had my Star Wars shirt on, so like he had
The male maid. Shut up, Steve.
That's what I do, dude.
Flipper.
I take a shot. Y'all having this bonding thing. I'm like,
Hey, I've already experienced this whole bonding thing.
let me and the actor rip you apart. You're on your
Right.
effing knees cleaning shit. And he's like, hey, dude, I think we should be best buddies.
And we have been
Clearly,
for
I was
5+
desperate.
years.
Yeah,
yes.
it's been 5 fucking years.
No, plus years.
5+. Yeah,
Yes.
5+. Yeah.
God dang, I've known Brett that long, and I don't even know his last name.
Oh, man. This is my hetero life mate right here.
Barney, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
I had to think about it for a
Steve
minute.
Flintstone and Barney.
That's it.
Yabba dabba doo, baby.
No, but is anybody? I mean, you're killing it with money? Are you getting money coming in on these movies?
Oh, don't go there. Come
I
on.
never
don't
killed
do
in my
that.
entire life.
How much did you make last year before
my
tax?
God.
No, I'm not.
I hate motherfuckers that do that.
With which job?
I've
never.
got comedians do that. How much you get paid for that gig? None of your damn business.
no, it's-
Fuck off. I'm doing okay.
I was going Step Brothers.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Look, like I cut on the bullshit over here. I'm trying to have a serious conversation.
Yeah, you're
Oh
asking
yeah,
his
Southside
finances. Go for it.
Serious. I'm
no.
sorry, we're getting Southside
Serious side
Sorry.
Steve.
This is serious, Steve. I've got a serious side.
SSS. Serious side Steve.
No,
Taking it down.
No, do you get like money on the movies? That's all. I'm like, do you get a check every
Residuals.
month?
Residuals.
I'll get- I mean, I'm past any good. As an actor, I always worked enough to get an okay residual. Never was like a big feature player. It's all the size of the role.
Yeah.
As a writer, even on Mother's Day went bankrupt. I finally had to call the Writers Guild after a year. I'm like, hey, we never got any residuals. Oh, let me look into that for you, union member. And I'm like, oh, great. And then they call, they're like, hey, you know, you're right. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, shit.
And there's actually a case file on this, and I'm going to put you through to so-and-so. I'm like, we have a case file. Well, this is good.
Holy
Because I
shit.
called on behalf of the other writer, too, because they made us a team. The producers were all like, well, we're going to make you guys a team, but we're not a team. We both write with Gary, but we're not a team. Yeah, but if you're a team, I know. Then you only have to pay us one salary, and
Which
we
is
get to
crap.
split it.
So I
And
have a
that's-
question.
and that's what we got hammered on. So I called the Writers Guild, and they said, and they give me on the case file, and this is what the guy says. He says, I got some bad news for you. They filed for bankruptcy. Like
got
the movie
some bad-
filed for
I got some
bankruptcy.
bad news for
They
you.
had
Christ.
15 executive producers, all millionaire, multi-millionaires.
And had
Jesus
decent
Christ.
actor lineup as well. I would just think the check. I would think it would be like for anywhere between $600 and $800 just coming in for the rest of your life. Am I
That's
off?
what I thought.
No, I mean, like,
That's
you
how I
gotta-
figured the mob launders money is through Hollywood. It's like they're like, nobody's gonna see Tom fucking.
That's
What's
how
his,
Kennedy became president.
Well, I was gonna say nobody's gonna see Tom Arnold in Carpool. We'll just wash this money. It's a loss.
Yeah, they do that too.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so I was gonna ask, actually.
I watched Tom Arnold in Carpool. I
I
just
did
want to
too.
say I did. Yeah, I just wanna say I
Well,
watched
you're the
it.
only one. Okay, so
I've never even heard of this
Hey
movie.
Rick, F you until you like Journey. Go ahead.
hey, F you until you get an award. Oh, damn.
All right, I did get one from the Creative Loafing. I was on the front cover. They said, "What?"
Like I said, till you get an award.
Okay.
I've got my award.
I was just gonna ask,
My only one.
is that like when they go like bankrupt and shit like that? Is that like in the producers with the Mel Brooks movie, where it's like you guys get like a big kick out?
Oh,
'Cause it, you know,
they
'cause it
probably did.
Oh, so
I have
you
no doubt.
didn't. Damn.
No, but after I called the Writers Guild and made a little noise about 3 weeks later, a check actually showed up in my mailbox. And I was just like, isn't that even? I'd rather almost, because the guy said, you'd be lucky to see anything. Pennies on the dollar, if ever. And I'm just like, okay, well, such is life. But
Decent check.
Wasn't bad. I think it was like $6,000.
There you go.
But when you have a producer saying, look, I know there's a lot of great stories for Mother's Day. I could go on and on, but it was a wonderful memory for to be with Gary. I got pictures of him.
Well, you get to work with these actors and everything, and have the experience.
You work with great people. It's mostly I always have the run-ins with
and
the
then
producers.
throwing $6K on top of it. Yeah, bada boom.
I mean, unexpected $6K, on top of that. Like,
well,
to get a
the
random check
expected.
for $6K.
Back in the day, though, as a writer, you would get.
Oh, sure.
Gary, I'll tell you if you got time.
Yeah, we got time. We got about 5 minutes. I'm gonna close this sucker up.
Pretty Woman story, and this is a Gary Marshall story.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Walking on the street,
Originally was a script with a very dark ending. This is background music. Anyways, the scene is set, and they had this script called 3000, and Jeffrey Katzenberg over at Disney had it in his hands, and everything. All the executives are sitting around there saying, "This is a good script." But it's a little dark. And Gary just done Beaches, I think, with Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey.
Yep.
And they said, let's get Happy Days. He had that happy, good feel, good stories. He said, give it to Gary, see what he thinks. And Gary read it, goes, it's a terrible ending. It's very sad. You got to have a thing with the...
Fonzie's got to jump some sharks.
Got to make
it jovial. Come on.
And hugs. Because the original ending of
Penny comes in, like, kill the bitch.
The original ending, he pulls up, apparently, to some degree. The characters pull up on Hollywood Boulevard. He goes to drop Vivian off. And she says, I love you. And he says, I don't love you. He takes the $3,000 and he throws it out on the Hollywood Boulevard and leaves her.
That's the kind of movie I want to fucking
And that was
watch.
written by J.F. Lawton.
Yes.
Gary took the script.
Well, he had to have his ass kicked. That's horrible ending.
Well,
That's a perfect ending. Like,
but
that's
it was
realistic.
A good script. It was a really good script with an ending that wasn't working. And you got all these executives going, what do we do?
No happy
Gary has
ending.
his solution. They go out, they shoot the film. J.F. Lawton sees it, says, this isn't the movie I wrote. But then the feedback was, this is a good film, it's a good film, it's a good film. J.F. Lawton was telling studios, take my name off it, take my name off it, take my name off it. Gary went to J.F. Lawton and said, I went to a screening. I think you should keep your name on it. You might stand to make $1. And sure enough, J.F. Lawton kept his name on that, and then he went off and they were writing Pretty Woman the musical on Broadway. But J.F. even thanked Gary for that, because as a writer, as an artist, you're like, I'm not putting my name on that. And Gary's like, keep it on, you'll make
What
$1.
I always have a problem with that movie is I'm a big Seinfeld fan, and then George turns out to be a rapist.
George, he was a little punk, but I love the movie, and I had just got educated that we were talking about that on our morning show on Rock 100.5, Bailey and Southside, and we talked about the movie being originally called 3000, and we were talking about the whole thing was movies that had different names that they changed because the script was good, but the name was bad, and that was one of the top ones. So that's very funny that you shared that with us. In closing on the Yet Come On show, you never know who's going to show up. Obviously, we've got a lot of entertainment here. Brett and I sat back. I think we enjoyed the show. You got drunk.
No, I'm soaking it in.
I know.
When you have 5 microphones, you don't want to talk over everybody. It ruins the show. I'm smart.
Shut up, Brett. We're talking here.
So in closing, everybody take a quick drag on a cigarette to talk about yourself. We'll call it the cigarette break, but we're going to rush it. Again, let everybody know who you are, where they can see you.
Well, I'm Rik Wayne, a.k.a. Nickelbag Rik, every Wednesday night at the Earl and Rachel Smith Strand Theater on the Marietta Square, 117 North Park Square. I do the open mic comedy night. I also produce 4 shows for them yearly: Comedy Grind, Pranksgiving, Comedy Luau, and Comedy Heartbreakers. Come out and see those shows. Other than that, I've got a show in Dallas Theater, the 420 Fest. It's I guess it's kind of weed related, obviously, on 420 in the Dallas Theater. So I'm going to be on that show. Get your tickets at the Dallas Theater ticket link, I guess. I don't know. Other than that, that's all I have to promote. And Mind Invader Comix, but I'm going to let Justin do some of that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Justin Simmonds, owner of Mind Invader Comix, Cobbzilla, Storm Area 51, and the upcoming Tales Out of School and Marietta Squares and Mind Invader Comix issue 1. Check us out at Facebook on Mind Invader Comix. You can get our Cobbzilla shirts on storefrontier.com/Mind Invader Comix. Come get all your Cobbzilla needs, all your county shit. Stickers, shirts, all that fucking good shit. And, you know, I'm just a fucking local kid who doesn't give a shit about anything else but making comics. All I want to do is make comics. Help me out, whatever the fuck. You know, let's have some fun.
You do well. You draw very well.
Thank you.
You wouldn't be a good public speaker, but you draw.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody says we're like Everybody says we're like Jay and Silent Bob. He should be the quiet one. That's the problem.
And well, I guess I'm Tom Hines. I was just here as a guest. Former college roommate of Ted Jenkins of Oxygen Financial.
An actor.
And
friend
who
of
got
Gary
a lot of
Marshall.
time to work with the great Gary Marshall.
Well, yeah, that would fantastic stories. And what are you doing now, Tom?
I live in Michigan. We moved there about 6 years ago from L.A. Raised my kids and doing real estate, actually, and trying to dip my toe into that pool while still continuing to write, but wanted to raise our kids in a small town, Monroe, Michigan.
My girlfriend's
brother.
from Michigan, Carson City, yeah.
All right.
My best friend
Carson City.
Carson City.
My best friend's from Ann Arbor.
Oh, right on.
Yep. Okay.
Yankees.
Sorry, Michelle's dad, about that comment I made about Michelle earlier in the show. My bad.
Take that back. Go ahead.
The one question I'm going to ask that I came up with during the show, how many villains do you have in Cobbzilla so far?
Oh my God! So yeah, so with Cobbzilla, like there's so basically what it is, the mascots are based off of local businesses. So Rick is wearing the big behemoth, which is based on Marietta High School, the high school I went to. That we won state last year. So like that's one of the villains. Yeah, the Blue Devil, but it's the big behemoth. Then there's Macchiato, which is the Cool Beans monster. Then there's McCracken, of course, which is the McCracken's monster. Then there's Kennesaw, which is the Kennesaw State University monster. Then there's going to be Tekra, which is the Georgia Tech monster. Ugadon, which is the UGA monster.
Ugadon.
And then there's Atlanta with an H, which is going to be like the final boss. There's Space Cobbzilla, which is going to be in the upcoming Cobbzilla video game in 2022. I'm going to plug that in right now.
I want to have Cobbzilla versus May Retta.
Fuck you. And then there's we're working on one that just fucking a guy called me yesterday. He was like, Stone Mountain, it's got to be one.
But it's not in Cobb.
So I know, but it's like there's like Atlanta ones.
Can I suggest one?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
The Yucca Monster.
Oh my God! It has a ponytail.
Yes,
Yes, that's his
It looks
whipping
just
power.
like this guy.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
We can make it look like Ultraman or some shit.
No,
like that.
no.
Hold on.
It
I
looks
like
like Kenny
Ultraman.
Powers.
I like Ultraman.
Yeah,
That was
Let's
my
make it
new-
look like that. Yes.
With a ponytail. With a ponytail.
Yes.
All right.
We'll do that
Yeah.
for you, Steve.
Ultraman, thank you very
Yucca
much.
Monster.
Of course.
I dig it. All right.
Oh my God! I think we got a new thing we're gonna work on.
I
Yeah,
dig it.
Yucca Monster.
All right, this has been the Yeah Come On Show, brought to you by Oxygen Financial and Ted Jenkins, along with Circle 285 for all your insurance needs. Call for a quote at circle285.com. I'm Southside Steve. That's Brett Barney, my co-host. Tyler Maynard, the on-again, off-again producer, and he's off because his mic's being used. I just want to thank everybody for being on the show, and thank you
Thanks
for
for having
watching
us.
or
Thanks for having
listening.
us, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Clear.